The election is 9 days away, and Kamala Harris, she's back in her natural habitat where she feels most comfortable, and that's behind a bar. The level of desperation coming from the Kamala Harris campaign is palpable. I can smell it from here. They're trying so hard to make her seem relatable and likable. Now, Kamala Harris, she did another stage photo op drinking a beer a few weeks ago, and is this supposed to make us feel better? We're on the brink of World War III, and she's throwing back beers. Now, Miss Cabernet Harris got booed last night in Houston because thousands of people showed up thinking Beyonce was going to perform, and she talked for about 3 minutes. Now, I have no problem with Beyonce, shout out to the Beehive, but she had the audacity to go on stage and say, "I'm not here as a celebrity." Yes, you are literally there because you are a celebrity, like back in 2016 when Beyonce endorsed Hillary Clinton, and we all saw how that turned out. Now, Kamala Harris, the people she needs to win over the most right now are everyday Americans, hardworking people who've been left behind by the Hollywood and political elite. So you go get Beyonce, who's basically a billionaire celebrity, put her on stage to scold Americans into voting for you. They also got Leonardo DiCaprio to come out and endorse Kamala Harris today, and I don't know if this is such a good idea. The guy became famous because of the Titanic, a movie about a ship going down. Now, I'm not surprised to see Leonardo DiCaprio endorse Kamala Harris. He has a lot more free time now that Diddy's behind bars because he's not throwing any more parties. And when you thought the desperation couldn't go any lower from the Democratic elite, they put Hillary Clinton on TV to tell people to come out and vote for Kamala Harris. Now, I think there's a reason we haven't seen much of Hillary Clinton on the campaign trail. Her favorability is incredibly low, but she has a new book out. It's called Something Lost, Something Gained. That's basically what my scale says when I step on it in the morning. What's incredibly sad to me is that Hillary Clinton hasn't learned from any of her mistakes in 2016. Remember, she called millions of Americans deplorables. Instead of reaching across the aisle right now, Hillary Clinton continues to demonize Trump voters. That is not how you win an election, by demonizing millions of people and likening them to Nazis. Donald Trump, if you haven't heard by now, he has an upcoming rally at Madison Square Garden in New York, and Hillary went on TV and said, and I quote, he was reenacting the 1939 Nazi rally that happened in the same venue. But I guess she forgot that her husband was nominated at Madison Square Garden in 1992. Now, speaking of the elite Democrats, Michelle Obama was also on the campaign trail today with Kamala Harris, and she went out on stage and said, "America, it seems like you're not ready for Kamala Harris." She basically is scolding Americans like her husband Barack Obama did several weeks ago. To say that Kamala Harris isn't doing well because of the color of her skin or her gender, that is ludicrous. People don't have a problem with her because she's a woman. They have a problem with her because she does not instill confidence in anybody watching her. Now, Michelle Obama also said, we can send Kamala Harris to the White House. We're going to send her to the White House. Kamala Harris has been in the White House for about 4 years. Now, you guys know I'm not owned by the RNC or the DNC. The only thing I'm beholden to is the truth. I call it like I see it. And Michelle and Barack Obama were in the White House for 8 years. Kamala Harris, she's been in the White House for 4 years. Joe Biden said there's no major decisions I made without Kamala Harris. There's nothing I couldn't delegate to her. Kamala said she was the last one in the room on major decisions. So she was right there in lockstep with Joe Biden. So for 12 out of the last 16 years, you all have been in power, but now you want to blame Donald Trump for everything that's wrong in this country. Make it make sense. And what's really interesting is that they keep trying to liken Donald Trump to Hitler and attack him on his character. Meanwhile, he's gaining support among Black Americans, Latino Americans. He's comforting people who've lost their loved ones at the hands of illegal migrants. Strategically speaking, he's doing the campaigning Kamala Harris needs to be doing. Enough of Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, Beyonce, Leonardo DiCaprio, all these big celebrities. Let's see some retail politics. Go and speak to the needs of the American people. And I'm going to do a whole separate video on this, so stay tuned. But what Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, they don't understand, and Hillary Clinton as well, people voted for Donald Trump in 2016 because he was imperfect, because he spoke like them, because he wasn't part of the swamp. They didn't vote for him because he's a perfect puritanical person, because he's a saint. They like him with his flaws and everything that comes along with it. All right, my friends, thanks for liking and following. Drop a comment. Tell me how you feel about everything going on. I have so much more to say, but I'll see you on the next one. Bye.